can we overload? Please tell me we can. Brilliant. Oh wow, that was nice and quick. Yeah, if it weren't a normal implement, I wouldn't mind doing this, but this is a monster. So to get that in there and then to have to reverse it without proper reversing is a little bit of a... yeah, it is. So I am... well, it's a tanker. Is it really going to matter that it's like this? Also, are we going to just leave it in the yard sort of like that? I think that's probably a good idea for something as big as this. I don't think there's a place we've got on this farm for this type of implement, really. So I think we just leave that there. It's not hurting. And we can still get past it, all the rest of it, so brilliant. Well, it looks like we've got a little bit of fixing to do on the field. But it is, I'm just really wanting to see. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to save it going into June, because I want to see if I'm right. I want to then reload the game, and then I shall bring you back in and we shall see, am I right? Is it working or is it not? Right, so we'll grab that as well. No, in fact we can grab that too. It's all needs putting away. And it is actually a little implement, but yeah, it is. I'm only going to go bigger implements in the other shed. There's a few bits and bobs left, obviously, from the original farm. We didn't sell everything, but we were fairly thorough. We did get rid of a lot. So all these really little implements we're sticking in this shed until we run out of room, and then we will crack on. There's a couple of sheds around there as well that need this. At the front, we're going to class as a bit of a weight. Yeah, as in like all this really tiny implements I'm going to stick over here. Stick that there, that's not going to hurt. No, did need pushing back a little, but not like that. About right, let's drop it down gently. And let's let it go. I think we can get the WMXL in as well. Yeah, I'm wanting to sort of see. It is one reason why I'm not a for a long while I have sometimes gone into doing contracts as well, but I don't very often do it because I like to focus upon the farm, just our farm, if I can afford to. Now at the minute we can do, really, we've got 80 grand, so that is, yeah, it is what it is. Now then, we haven't done that. No, we haven't put the production shed down, but we don't. It's not really going to hurt. We're not going to in a position to buy. We've got no animals to do anything, so it would only be to create our own stuff, and then of course we're going to get production costs and all the rest of it. So I think we'll run with what we've got. And then, it's even a couple of. That is attention to detail. There's even the horse muck piles in the horse paddock. That's amazing. I do think that is absolutely, utterly amazing. Oh, we've got a little tiny bit of a lean-to on that as well. I never noticed that in the run-through. Yeah, you have. Just so yeah, that is amazing. So you could actually look after the animals and muck the stalls out and that type of stuff, and actually leave everything ready to rock and roll. Amazing. Right, so we want weights on the left with all the other very, and it's dragging against the wall, the door in fact. Let's stick this there with all the other tiny implements, and then we now that can actually cope with that. That's fantastic. I'm getting better at that now. I am. I'm getting almost remembering to actually do that, so that's good. Telehandler, we could shift the bag of seeds. No, we did. We filled that as well. It went, so we put it all into the. I think we're about there. Thank you very much, young lady. That was brilliant. We're going to save the game, switch the autosave on, off, in fact, and then we're going to see if I'm right, and well, not if I'm right, because I am right, but I might not be right for this particular map. Yeah, just because we've seen it on Tuscany Hills and what else was it? What was it? It was, yeah, the old countryside farm. It was the other one that we did that on the top field, and it did definitely work. So if it had just been one, I'd have thought it was me imagining things, but with it's now two that we've seen that for, I know it's not me. So I'd just like to solidify that. If we can sort of prove that on this, then I know we didn't quite finish, actually. You're wrong. So let's just finish it now. Oh, I haven't as well. Oh well, we'll just run around again. And we also missed one surround. I just want to make sure I'm right on this, because, not just that, it's not as simple as just because it works on two other farms, it works on this one. The Oxygen Dave could have done something differently, and it just proves whether I'm right, whether it is an all farm thing, or whether it's just it was those two, or whether it is now a new thing that this kind of grass, that if you cut it once then turns into proper cuttable grass. I'd just like to prove or disprove my theory. And I mean, as I said, I know it worked on those maps. I'm not disproving my theory in so much as it didn't work, because that's definitely, I am right, it did work on those. Yeah, it's just, I know what I mean. and only I do, probably. I apologise, yeah. Now then, yeah, let's keep straight, because otherwise you miss bits. I don't want any missing bits. Because if it does work, and this is a definite thing, and that means we're going to have little bits where they aren't actually right because we've not chopped it. So we have got to be fairly thorough. I don't mind the odd little one because we're going to catch it the time after, but I don't want to be having massive amounts of the field that we've not cut just because I've not been thorough. Should work. No, won't. It will now. Right, a couple more and we should be done. Oh, there's those corner swishes there, I can see them. Then we shall save the game, and then if I'm wrong, I'm going to reload it, and then we're going to rip the field up. Yeah, this is just because obviously I can't know game mechanics, and it's just a game mechanics thing. Now, the ability to speed time forwards is quite a big thing. I'm almost like Doctor Who, really. The fact that we can save it and then come back is the best of both worlds. We're gaining an insight into the game mechanics to see if I'm right. But if I'm wrong, I don't want to waste the time, and I want to rip the field up and actually replace it with real grass if I am wrong, because we just can't afford to waste time. Really, this is our only grass field, so we've got to sort of take the chance. I think that is about it. That's fairly... I mean, yeah, the other thing is I'm going to have wasted wages in doing this if I'm wrong, and that's why I really want to do because we can't afford to waste time, really. So let's save the game and then switch the autosave off for a minute, or it'll undo whatever we do. Oh, and I'm glad we saw that, because I don't want that on at all. So autosave is down at the normal settings, and we want you off for now. And now we're going to save the game at this particular point, so that we can come back to this month if, when we sleep now, this doesn't work. 8 o'clock definitely. And this also is quite informative for other people to actually look at as well. Well, it's grown. It has. Okay, this is a test. We've known that. We've saved that in that point. Now then, are there any crops that are ready that I don't want to be losing crop? Even though really it wouldn't matter, because if we're going to take it back, but if my thing is right, then obviously these should be getting quite close. Yeah, 57 is the one that is ready to... we switched... Oh no, it still does goes through the autosave. It just then goes to minus because I've switched it off. That's right, I remember. So then, we're going to take this through till July, because I want to see, can you cut this in, is it can you only cut it in third growth stage? Or is it basically that we really have, like I say, got to knock it back and destroy the field? Because that should be second growth stage now. Yeah, that looks different to me now. Yeah, it does actually. Right, let's have a look at the... Yeah, field 57 is ready to rock and roll. Do we try and cut this in second growth? Well, yeah, that would do. It will actually... And I don't want to do the patch we've done, which is that patch there where there is already grass. I want to do the patch where there is none. Yeah, because if I am right, and it's now... Even if our oxygen depth has made it look different... Does it now leave grass, or is it still... Yeah, it is, right. Okay, so we know that is true. If we go to third growth stage, does that? I know we're going to ruin the crop, but this is a test. We're not really doing this. We're going to go back to the original field if I'm actually completely wrong. Which, to me, I'm beginning to think that actually this grass needs just ripping. It's just for show. Deco foliage, I think JM Gaming called it, was his exact terms. Right, now then, that is third growth stage. So if you chop this, does this leave grass? Typical. Right. And the answer to that question is... No, it doesn't. Right, okay, test over. Yeah, this needs ripping up, and we need to roll back time because it is a total waste of our time in doing it. It is, and obviously our crop will have... Oh no, it didn't wither actually, it's still ready. So 54 is later on in the year. Right, anyway, this test is over. I'm going to literally roll it back, and we're going to rip this field up and take it from there. So I'm going to see you shortly. Right, we are now back at this particular point, so we now need to, yeah, we're right back in May, where we were originally. Going to grab that plough, which didn't I just put that away? I don't think I can have done, can I? Otherwise it wouldn't be there. Yeah, we did save it at this point. I think actually, yeah, I'd got that to do and the other. And maybe subconsciously I did leave it because I knew that I was going to use it. It might have been one of them, yeah, unconscious things that you sort of think about, but you don't always realise on a conscious level that you've, yeah, contemplated it. A lot of the human brain is very clever. There's a lot of things that we do unconsciously that yeah, and then if for those who listen to the unconscious, then obviously you can. Oh no. No, let's unfold it first. We're not to allow create fields. Am I worried about losing a little bit of grass? Not really, no. Just make sure. Yep, that's allow create fields. Right, and so we now need to, we've done CP1, that remembers that, even though I roll back time, that is in like a different folder, so it allows you to do that. So create job, field position, CP1, 6.2 meters, and headlands 3. I think that's about right. It's not far off actually the same course, really. It's only a little bit different. Save course, activate. Now I'm going to go 6 meters because this is what I'm going to remember it as, because I know the implement is 6 meters. Even though it's saying it's 6.2, which is going to be right, but I'll not know what it is if I do 6.2. So then we're going to go first. And we are going to go grab the cedar while that does the that. So actually it's probably not a bad thing that we left that load of seeds there. Right, let's go grab our little island to go around. Yeah, there's definitely a bit of room for a production there if that land is ours. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to see like that. I'm not sure. We'll leave it. But there is an easy test, and that's to see if we plough on it and it actually does it, and we can then just put it back as grass. That would work, although it might be a patch. Well, it doesn't really matter if it's a patch of grass that's... Right, so then we need to be grabbing... Yeah, and these are both on this side. And did we have it on grass? We should have done. We did the test last. Ah, I did fill it, so there was still some left. There was just no fertiliser left in the actual thing itself, just in the front box. Right, okay then. Are we going to set going on this? Because there's not much we can do, so I just see why would we not? I think there's enough fertiliser there for us as well. So I think I am going to go into a time lapse. Definitely we're going to follow on the 6 metre, and he's definitely, or she, has got the jump on us because it's bigger than us. So yeah, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. think that is us done. We're just going to double check on the actual field itself. We've also got to scan the field. I want to do that today. Yeah, it's slightly wrong. Do we do the course? Do we destroy CP1 and actually just do it now? It's not a bad idea. You need to go onto the course play bit and click on. No, it's actually the courses bit, isn't it? No, it isn't. No, you have to see. You have to click on the CP1 title and then delete custom field. Yes. Then what we need to do is grass field. Now we've got the 4.5 meters, so if we delete that, no, it's that one there. We haven't made, so let's create one now, because this is a proper field now. Yeah, and it's now got it as it is. It's got quite a large headland at the bottom, but it is what it is. So if we say 4.5 and generate, we should now get a 4.5 meter proper. 4.5 meter, and that one should avoid going into the tree. Should. Nice. Yeah, put this lot away and grab the field scanner, and then we're going to go through till June, and that's where I'd like to leave it. I'd like to get us getting on a little bit. We're only going to get one more court, I think, in this though. Think about May, June, July, August. Yeah, September, October. Yeah, I don't want to cut later than October, really. Yeah, October's the limit. So I suppose we could. It's. Well, what are we doing this for? Are we putting a BGA down or something like that? A mini BGA? It's not a bad idea. It's a good little learner, especially if you're going into grass. We could do what we often do, which is, did I? No, I did actually do it, to put it down properly, and I keep on hitting those. Yeah, we can just about get that in. Put it down gently, drop it, and stick that. Only we need to stick it up higher. Well, actually this wasn't over it, but it does make sense that it is, really, because it is only small. I mean, yeah, they're all small in here, but this is very small, like the weights, that's my point. Yeah, I'm not going mad. Right, now then, let's grab that. Yeah, now this does explain why we couldn't scan the field initially, because it really isn't a field, not properly anyway. So now we wasted £200 on scanning a field that obviously in real life it would have scanned. Yeah, because you're putting it below the surface there again, but I do say game mechanics rules is king. I do, it's true. So we put up with the deficiencies of game mechanics because it is the game. And they're the rules we're playing by, really. Can we do this in one? I think we can. Yes. Let's put you away. I'm being very good. I'm quite impressed. I am. You can train an old dog new tricks. No, I don't. I go through spades. Ooh, okay. I cannot pretend I didn't see you. Fantastic. Don't mind if I do. No. Stick to the plan. We're not changing the plan halfway around. We're going to stick this as a little implement. But this is more like a weight. This is a tiny implement, yeah, because really very, very. So this goes over that side. Fantastic. You've got to get used to the layout so you can get around here. Did I? Yeah, I did. It's the rabbits. I did. We will go into them. That is one of. This is definitely one of my. I really want to do a lot. And we will learn together what food they have and all the rest of it. So let's just shift you off the edge a little bit. Yeah, was it fairly good? So we've... oh, we didn't lime it. No, we didn't. So we need to be doing that now. Right, let's... yeah, it makes more sense to the John Deere. It's heavier. So let's grab it. Again, after thinking we'd finish, we actually haven't finished at all. We are... yeah, well, only because I'm playing realistically. Right, so we need to turn around. We also need to eject the... but I'm not doing it in the shed. No, not at all. I refuse to put bags in the shed. Yeah, because we've done the fertilising, because that comes with the... now that is a point. Now this is... I did mention the fact about us learning if it was a multi-fruit silo or not. I'm trying to... I don't want 2 silos, so if it isn't and we need it for this type of thing, I know we can go for the... I suppose we could go for the Karmas instead of ripping the... But then you've got to have lots of tubes for lots of things. I do like a little bit of tidiness. The farm isn't large enough to have 600 tubes with different sort of things in them, so... Can we... No, then we'd have to do it without, wouldn't we? I remember what to do. No, it's that one. It will say you can't do it if we can't do it. And we can't do it. No, it's not saying that, but it's not allowing it to go in, which it would if it was... Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just matters that it's tilted as far as it can, which it is. Yeah. So no, we cannot stick that in there. Can we replace it for another little one? It's a shame, I know. Yeah, ooh. It's early days, isn't it? Right, so we're going to have to do the Karma silos, or we go for another silo. I'm not having 2 silos. We'll stick to the original silo. There's no way I'm doing that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it is. I'm not going to those extents. It'd have to be Karma silos or something like that. No, I've given it some thought. For now, we'll just stick to the tipping it on the floor or that type of thing. Now, that's the problem. Have we got a bucket yet? Didn't we buy the JCB? I'm sure we did. Telehandler tools. No, because we've got no telehandler tools, so we didn't. No, again, like the trailer, this was probably a... let's drop it down. Oh, it does reset. I was hoping it was going to reset the tilt, and it did. Oh, this is very slow to tilt out, so do you know something? Yeah, we're going to drop that. And we're going to chop. Yeah, run those out. And we're going to stick the lime in. It's a bit messy, but sometimes needs must know. If I remember rightly, the lime is over here. No, it's that one. I was right. Follow your instincts. You're always wrong. Smashing. Last job of the day. Yeah, I would like to get this finished so we can go through to June, but I don't want to do it while we're missing out. Yeah, let's grab the telehandler as well. Bring it with us. We'll fill what we've got, and that is growing very nicely, as you'd imagine, for a crop that's about to be... Yeah, is it July? Ah, now that's filling. What's there taller then? Because the fertiliser you have to drop down. Very, very strange. Follow with that. We'll take that with us, as we may or may not do the field with what we've got. Fantastic. Let's get this going. So that is like a back route into the camping site. I couldn't think of its name. I was thinking of tents and caravans, but not the camping site bit. Right. Ooh. Right. We're going to stick the fertilizer on just as a bit of ballast because it's a bit of weight. Yeah. Even though, will it fox the back? It shouldn't do. Right, thank you very much, Mr. Telehandler Man. I still did not get to do my Star Wars names. Right, we have done the scans. Did we see what it was? Let's show everybody what it is. Ooh. Half, well, about a third good and then the other 2/3 awful. So it's a bit of a, you could say it's average. Yeah, if you averaged everything out, that would be pretty much, yeah, good. Or average, yeah, it would, because the bad would sort of compensate for the good and make it just normal, really, if you sort of think about it logically. I'm not going to time-lapse this, it's a 42-metre spread. I think we might need some more of that lime. Yes, I'm glad we've done this. At least we know, and everyone else knows, it really is, yeah, you need to make it into a proper grass field if you're going to use this in this particular method, which, yeah, I always try and use the most, yeah, a maximum use of what we've got. Yeah, so quite frequently I've done this particular trick. Right, and so if we go to next to the lime, yeah, we will. Well, I know I could have done it the other way, but, and I suppose it probably would have been a little bit more realistic, I suppose. Ooh, this is going to be a little bit tight. It really is. Clever. Yes, if we go up full length, we're going to waste a lot. If we go straight across, we should pretty much. I'm going to have to do that both times. I'm going to crash into the fence, which is why I did do it that way. It was not. Yeah, it wasn't. It was not a mistake. It was so that we did not crash and burn into the fence. It doesn't register. And same again. Wow, we probably just about do this. Wow. No, we did it a lot better. Yeah, a ton left. Doesn't look like it, but it is. Right, smashing. We'll leave that fertilizer in the front box. That's I am quite impressed with the MX. It really does do the job very well. Yeah, for what we wanted to. So, do we top it up? We could do. We didn't quite get rid of it. Yeah, we'll get the telehandler to lift those other twos out of the way. I'm not going to crash everything around. But that is, no, we're going to take it through till June morning. That was the entire reason of doing this. And we're going to stay on this field edge because I want to see what happens to the grass. Now, did we check the sails? No, we didn't. We have a, no, you see that, we got an entire set of motors for that price. So, no. And 8 o'clock indeed, yes. We'll check the sales and then that is us done. We would feed the animals, but we haven't got any to feed, so... It's Court Farm Country Park as well. Yes, that is its proper title, not just Court Farm. Right, okay, that's because it grew before, isn't it? It gets that under green once it's grown a couple of growth stages. So we have crop rotation perfect, of course, because it wasn't real grass, and it is ready to harvest, but it's obviously very important. Now then, that is a point. Oh, see, I knew, I did say, but then again we got asked for a snippet of a £5,000. So do you know, I don't really feel that we were cheated, not at all. Right, so 8,783. Oh, we have, oh wow, we actually put tents and that up. That is amazing. What a fantastic touch is that. Brilliant. I love that. That is so unique. It really is. Right then, now then, let's check if our harvest is today, which I think it's not, it's tomorrow. Then we're going to go through till tomorrow because nothing is hurting. Yeah, it is. It's tomorrow. We're going to take this to harvest. The next session, we are going to have a harvest, our first harvest. We are going to need a trailer though. We are. Now I'm going to try something because there is a pack that is very, very reasonable. I couldn't get it to work on one of the other maps, but I don't know, there was a map-based thing. So if we lease it and it works, then I'll buy it, and if not, we'll send it back. Give myself the leasing money back because it's a bit of a test. It should work, but it's obviously a mod error. So yeah, it only got dropped last week, and it is fantastic for when you get your backs against the wall if it works. So yeah, I couldn't get it to work. It wouldn't work at all. So we're going to go through till tomorrow morning. Nothing's hurting. We've done everything, liming, fertilising, the lot. Yeah, I do like to get some traction in the first few sessions because there's nothing to hold you up other than the work that you've got to do unless you start to add contracts. But you can whiz through the first year really, and I like that. It gives you a bit of traction. Yeah, fantastic. That's more like it. Although it does look the same, doesn't it? So please, please, after all this, don't tell me that grass is wrong on the map or something silly, because that would be that would be annoying. Right, so there we are. 57 is ready to harvest. We'll get that done next time. Now then, can't remember where we set this to. Right, let us... Oh, and the swadro as well. Two things that we need, both brilliant wood cripplers. Oh, as well as the big Schaefer. No, it's the little one. No, it's the middle one, isn't it? Yeah, this is not the 12 tonner that I like, but it's not the really weeny one either. But we've got to tell you, why am I even considering it? Those two though, now I think we can't afford not to say yes to both of them, but we're going to have to do some contracts. Oh wow, it's the 600 horsepower one. Wow, we're going to leave everything as is because we can't afford it any more specialness to that. And you as well. Now then, the next item, being as we do need a trailer for this very session, is going to be, yeah, I'm going to lease it first. It literally dropped last week and I was really intrigued because I thought for a start from scratcher it really is amazing. It's quite a long way in because it was a drop last week, which means it got placed a long time ago. Oh sorry, yeah, no, it goes to the back, doesn't it? Just a little bit further. Oh, is it in miscellaneous then, or have I just whizzed past it, which is the usual thing that I do? No, that's the Reich. I'm sure it's in here. If not, then it is definitely miscellaneous. Apologies for this. Yeah, but I'd say you do begin to know where things are, but not at the beginning, so it's got to be a miscellaneous then. Because I did tick it. I know some of it is. There's, yeah, so perhaps because it's got multiple things, everything goes in this, then it is possible. I suppose there's, yeah, there are a couple of options we've got actually. There's also an auger that would do for this type of work for a starting farmer that's backs against the wall and can't really afford. I've tried that one. It's a little bit awkward, but it is fantastic. It's a good price for such a big thing, but you have to like unfold it and fold it, and it is a bit faffy. But there is also, now again it is to the end because it's one of the last things that was put in, as it, yeah, does it. So it should be soon. Unless I haven't ticked it. I'm sure I have. Ah. I obviously can't have done then. I must not have done. Right, well I'm going to have to correct that, and we're going to have to do that next time. Yeah, so all that remains to be said for this session is we are absolutely skint. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this fantastic journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now. It is in there. I just, yeah, it should have been. I perhaps wasn't looking. I was looking for the wood of the animal transport and the camping trailer type thing, so I think it is in there. Now, I've got it as the bale trailer. This I couldn't get to work, so we're going to lease it for starters, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. So yeah, we'll send it back and I'll get another one, or we'll lease and just send it back, because again, we're really getting low. We're going to have to do some contracts now to dig us out of this particular mess that I've dug us into, but there's sometimes in life you just can't say no. That is just too good. It's only got the, yeah, it'll only have the trailer hitch. We need to put the 3-point on. It's got an invisible one sort of at the minute, or the body of one, so we need to put the quick hitch on, which we will do in time. And it's a 600 horsepower beast. We didn't get the smaller version, so it's amazing. Looks in good nick as well, actually. Oh yeah, just below the yeah, 69 I think is when it goes yellow, so it's only just in the yellow, which is brilliant. So then we're going to leave it there, yeah, and I want to say goodbye, so hopefully see you next session.